Democrats did not listen to voters, warns party strategist. No, duh. That's exactly why there's going to be a reckoning come Tuesday. They did not want to listen. They kept pushing their woke agenda and policies that no one even care about. And they are attacking our children with the mutilization of our children. Even people from the LGBTQ community are against kids going on these so-called puberty blockers. But before we get started, go ahead, hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Now, when you hit that alarm bell, you can change it from personal to all. That way, you get all the notifications from when I'm putting out stuff. And check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram where I put out even more news throughout the day. So check that out as well. All right, let's talk about this news. President Joe Biden has warned in the waning days of the midterm election cycle that democracy is under threat if Republicans triumph, arguing in speeches across the country that voters must consider this choice when they cast their ballots on November 8th. Yet, Biden's closing message is drawing skepticism from Democrats who suggest it's a distraction from the economic concerns weighing on the electorate. Quote, I'm a loyal Democrat, but I'm not happy. I just think that we did not listen to voters in this election, and I think we're going to have a bad night. Democratic strategist Hillary Rosen said during a Sunday appearance on CNN, quote, when voters tell you over and over and over again that why care about that why care mostly about the economy, listen to them. I think that's a typo or something there. Rosen said, quote, stop talking about democracy being at stake. uh, he's not the only one to suggest Democrats are misfiring when it comes to messaging. Quote, I've been saying for months that we need to frame this election as an economic choice, Rep. Ro Khanna told USA Today, a Democrat from California. Republicans hold a 14-point lead on the economy and a 12-point lead in inflation when adults are asked which party they believe would do a better job of handling each issue, according to a new Washington Post ABC poll. Now, this is a leftist poll. We know that they've been talking about the polls lately and all this stuff. They try to say that, oh, it's they call out Real Clear Politics and all this stuff and call them a right wing pollster when Real Clear Politics are pretty accurate. And it's a poll of polls, and now we got this the leftist Washington Post ABC poll. So they can't blame the polls. Even their own polls are showing this. But the party also has an edge with independent likely voters who favor Republicans at 53% compared to Democrats 45%. Still, the survey suggests that Biden's focus on threats to democracy isn't entirely ill founded. 21% of likely voters said it was among their foremost concerns. The uh, same named rising costs. On Wednesday, Biden delivered hastily announced remarks, quote, on standing up for democracy to an audience near the Capitol, pressing voters to put the issue on the ballot, just as he had made the case with abortion over the summer. Quote, we're often not faced with questions of whether the vote we cast will preserve democracy or put us at risk, but this year we are, Biden said. It's just more fear mongering here. Uh, the democracy is under threat, so-called democracy. But y'all know I feel that we're not really a democracy. We're a constitutional republic, but it is under attack, and it's not from Republicans. It's from Democrats. Look at everything that's going on with the censorship and all that other stuff. But in a worrying sign for Democrats, the shift towards Republicans among key groups suggests voters are not persuaded by the president's messaging. White suburban women, who make up 20% of the electorate, favor Republicans in congressional races by 15 percentage points and 26 point swing since August, according to the Wall Street Journal. And this is what the women on The View were hackling about. They're so upset at white suburban women for supporting Republicans. Like, how dare them care about crime? How dare them care about the cost of inflation and putting food on the table? How dare them care about protecting their children? I mean, I did a whole video on that one, but the survey showed more than half believe the United States is already in a recession, and I'm part of that half. While 74% say the economy is headed in the wrong direction, and I'm part of that as well. The group helped Democrats secure a majority. Well, I wasn't part of that group, but that the group helped Democrats secure a majority in the House in 2018 and propel two Biden to victory 2 years later. Sorry, struggling a little bit today, y'all. But Democrats are struggling to rouse women and other groups such as Latino voters amid questions about Biden's leadership on the economy, including in key races that could decide control of the Senate. Rosen said Biden's low approval appears to be hurting Democrats in these states. That's why people they actually don't want Biden to campaign for them. But while their opponents benefit from popular top of the ticket Republicans in Arizona, incumbent Senator Mark Kelly, who's a Democrat, has struggled to put away his Republican challenger Blake Masters, with Republican gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake at the top of the ticket. Quote, Mark Kelly's popular, but Kari Lake is more popular, and the combination of Kari Lake's popularity and Joe Biden's unpopularity is going to hurt Mark Kelly, Rosen said. We're in trouble because of the top of the ticket. Kelly leads Masters by 1%, 1 percentage point, according to Real Clear Politics average, which ranked the races as a toss up. Biden's approval is at 41%, up slightly since October, but with 53% disapproving, according to the Washington Post ABC News polls. Again, that's their own leftist poll, so the hackling women of The View can't complain about that. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out themarkrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.